Hey guys, how's it going? Jay here. Welcome back to yet another episode of Take 2 on SoundStage. Today we have the iFi Neo iDSD in for review and my second take on the review that Gordon Brockhouse did. Now I think he did a very detailed review on SoundStageSimplifi.com on January 15, 2021. So do go check it out. The link will be in the description below this video, or you can go to SoundStageSimplifi.com to check it out. And I always have to say, when I see iFi products, it just screams quality. In terms of build quality, it has really wowed me in the past and present. Now it comes with this little stand here, which I find to be very cool. It's kind of similar to the Burson's Cool stand that they just came out with, where you can basically have these stand up. So that really helps with the overall display. I absolutely love the look when it's like slim like that. It helps with the real estate on your desk if you're using this on your desk and so on. And iFi products and I go way back, not just with headphone amplifiers, but also with CD players and DACs. Because the parent company, the AMR company, used to make CD players and DACs of very high caliber. And I've had few experiences with their stuff. I absolutely fell in love with it. I actually owned some of their CD players and DACs before. And they were based off of Burr Brown chips at the time, which is basically what you have in this DAC as well. We have a variation of the Burr Brown chips in here as being used as a DAC, which I absolutely love. So a little bit about this unit. This is not just a headphone amplifier, but also a DAC and also a preamplifier if you want to use it that way. So if you take a look at the back, you have outputs, which are analog, RCA and XLR outputs. And then you have digital inputs. We have coax, optical, and USB. And we also have Bluetooth functionality on this unit, which I didn't use too much. I was honestly not a huge fan of the Bluetooth on this device. Now getting to the front of the unit here, we have a very nice small display and we have the very nice feeling volume knob. And then we have the 4.4 and the 1/4 inch outputs for the headphones. Now I use this mainly as a DAC and a headphone amplifier. Now when I used it as just a DAC, I absolutely love the sound I was getting out of this. And just for $699, so $700 US, I found that this really brings out really nice details and nuances in the music. Now it does so without being fatiguing and it is smooth. And I like that about Burr Brown chip-based DACs in general. And that's why I really liked the AMR DAC and CD players back then. So this really brings back memories, and I think that they did a fantastic job of kind of bringing that technology down into this DAC here as a DAC. Now the headphone amplifier section is also very, very nice. It sounds very detailed and it is full body sounding, which is the sound signature that I personally love to have in a headphone amplifier. So mainly the headphone that I used was the Gold Planar GL850. Now this is a headphone that was sent to me to review quite a long time ago, and I've been listening to it with the iFi Neo iDSD. Now before I got the iFi Neo iDSD in here, I actually had a chance to listen to this headphone with various different headphone amplifiers, and none of them were as good as with the Neo iDSD, regardless of the price point. And the reason being was that this headphone tended to sound a little bit on the brighter side of neutral with a little bit of that bass texture lost. So the details were extremely great with this headphone to begin with. The mid-range was very nuanced, very micro-detailed, but the bass was just a little bit lacking. And I lent it to my friends to try it out as well, and both my friends Sean and Tujin told me the exact same thing, that the bass was a little bit lackluster and a little bit more desirable in the bass region. And I felt this exact same way until I tried it with the iFi Neo iDSD. With the iFi Neo iDSD, this was an incredible experience. The bass was just absolutely incredible. Now, when I shared my experiences with my friends about the Gold Planars really digging in deep and punching really hard with the iFi Neo iDSD, they didn't quite believe me. So I played a track for them, and the track that I played to demonstrate this was Limit to Your Love by James Blake. Now this track, when played out of a speaker system, is really supposed to rumble the house and shake the house foundation because it has really strong bass notes. But when I play them out of headphones, usually it doesn't translate very well because it doesn't hit those very low notes. You hear them, but you don't exactly feel the bass regions. Now, same thing with the gold planars. When I play this track, it usually just doesn't play those low notes. But with this iFi Neo iDSD, for some reason, the bass was just incredible. The texture, the amount of bass, everything was just incredible. In fact, when I play them loud enough, it really shook the foundation of my ears and the whole headphone was kind of trembling. But it never distorted. And that's the impressive part, the amount of control, both with the headphone and also with this headphone amplifier was tremendous, and it really was a fantastic experience. Because also, I have to mention the gold planars do like a little bit of power, and perhaps it's that supply of power that was required for it to really come to life and sing and get those bass regions back in its full body presentation. So that's without being said, this is a fabulous piece of kit. I have to say that it is extremely good for headphone amplification and as a DAC. The preamp section is a little bit left to be desired. I did like the overall sound that I was getting, but in my opinion, the preamplifier section was a tad bit more desirable in terms of gut and the overall presentation and SoundStage and imaging. I thought that the units that I reviewed from Burson was a tad bit better in those little details and nuances and sound staging and imaging capabilities. So overall, fantastic experience with this headphone amplifier. I highly recommend it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and click that like button if you have not already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.